Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter when you may be catching this particular broadcast. Out to Bees Pelzer here, your voice manager, and I unmute the voice of women who are ready to speak up about what has kept her silent for way too long. I am super excited. It is another Monday, y'all. Hey, it's Monday. Hey, it is another Monday. I'm super excited to come and talk to you guys. And I know right now we've been in a turmoil, right? We've been in a whirlwind of things going on with some states opening back up, people having to go back to work, trying to figure out what to do with their kids. Schools are closing in May, like craziness, right? But I wanted to say this message to you guys, and it's going to be a week-long message as far as I know. You know, we go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so at least three messages. It's going to be trusting the process. Listen, don't rush the process, trust the process. And it's super important for you to understand this for, not just for us as individuals, but for our health, our mental well being, our businesses, our finances. We have to learn to trust the process. And what does that really look like for us? So I'm super excited, guys. Make sure you let me know where it is that you're watching in from or catching the replay from. I want to see how we're engaging with those of you who are around the globe. But not just that, we want to make sure that we are helping you to become hashtag unmuted. So for those of you that do not know, hashtag unmuted is literally me on a mission. No, World Voice League is on a mission to help unmute the voice of women around the world. And so we've been doing so by sharing their stories, featuring their stories on the our hashtag Our Voice Matters blog, having them as guests on this hashtag Speakeasy podcast. Good morning, and literally doing so many things. About 2 weeks ago, almost now, we did a World Voice Day Summit where we brought together some pretty powerful people to go and motivate you guys and support you guys. Why? Because we want to see you hashtag unmuted. So now, trust the process. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. And it was interesting because I was thinking about yesterday was, my daughter's birthday, and man, I so wish that we would have been able to do a proper party and do the things that we had planned. But, you know, trusting the process is uncomfortable at times, right? And it leads me to the first day that I want to, thing that I want to start with you guys is that trusting the process means I have to determine where I am right now. I've seen many people go and not trust the process and try to skip ahead without being fully informed, without being, without just having what it is that they needed, and they end up falling flat on their face. How many of you know some people that have done some face plants within the last 6 months, within the last year, 2 years? I've seen it happen repeatedly. And so in order for us to not be that person, we have to be very honest about where we are. The reality is that when we're hooked on social media attempts to have us look at where we want to go. And it's interesting and it's great to be able to have goals. Let me tell you, goals are necessary. Smart goals, vision boards, it's necessary to know where you want to go. But can you look at where you are right now? And unfortunately, many people are so quick to try to get to where they're going that they lose sight of where they are. Come on. It's interesting. I don't want you to get stuck in where you are, but I want you to be cognizant of where you are. Because when you are cognizant of where you are, then I can better prepare for the journey. So, your affirmation this morning is going to be I'm going to be better prepared for my journey. And whatever that journey may be, it can be writing the book, it can be starting the business, it can be going back to your job and getting a higher salary, it can be any number of things. But I'm going to be cognizant of where I am because I want to be better prepared for the journey that I'm on. One of the things that we find is that people again will try to jump and we want to leap. And unfortunately, there are many people who take advantage of that, and they use FOMO to get us to buy into things that we don't necessarily need. Reality check: we may not need it all. I'm always telling people, and my clients know, I say it on a regular basis. Are you going to use it in the next 30 days? And if not, then why are you getting it? You have to be very real and honest with yourself about what I need right now. Because my right now, if I don't take care of the needs of right now, they become a crack in my foundation for tomorrow. If I don't take care of what I need right now, then tomorrow is not possible. I don't know if y'all hearing me this morning. I know it's a little early. I know some people may still be asleep. Wake them up. Tell them get up. Tell them listen. Tell a few folks. Tell them come on. Y'all need to come and hear this because we've slept through opportunities. We've slept through creativity. We've slept through moments that were supposed to lead us to our success, but we've slept through them because we said, oh, I'll just get up. And they said that I can do such and such in 3 days. And so I'll just get up and do what they said. I have to be cognizant of where I am because guess what? If I'm cognizant of where I am, then I know the daily things that I need to do in order for me to move forward. If you don't know how much you weigh, how can you know what your goal weight is? How can you know how much you need to lose to reach your goal weight? If you don't know health wise what your body can handle, then how will you know what you can actually do to lose that weight? See, it's different for everybody. And so I always got to tell people the disclaimer is the most valuable piece that I will ever share with you guys is it's cute to go and listen to all of these different webinars and read all of these books. It's cute to be able to do all that. It's great to get the information and to be able to say that you read Think and Grow Rich, you read this, you read that. But what was the action that you took with it? Because, see, some of y'all read the books, but you weren't even in the right position to be able to take action on it. So you took no action. I don't know if y'all heard me. Some of you read the books, some of you took the class, but guess what? You still didn't move. I'm just saying. You read the books, you took the class, but you didn't move. Listen, I understand that we've been in quarantine. I understand that we're going through a pandemic. I understand, but guess what? There's still actions that you can take every day to move yourself forward. And I was laughing because so I was on an accountability call this morning, and I'm on the call and they asked for volunteers to speak up about what they were doing. They have a routine that they do. It was my like second time being on the call, but I botched it up because I gave two I think I gave two things that I'm doing in second quarter, and I didn't do the statement that I was supposed to do. I botched it up, y'all. Yeah, the unicorn still makes mistakes, y'all, regularly. Trust and believe. And it was interesting though, because this is gonna bless you. It was interesting because what ended up happening was they stopped me and brought me back to where I was. Y'all, I don't know if y'all catching it this morning. They stopped me. This is yours. This is me stopping you. This is me putting up the stop sign. This is me putting my hand before you and saying, wait, don't keep going in the manner that you've been going. This is my stop for you to be able to come to you and say, wait, because you're not doing it right. There's something that needs to change. There's a process, there's a plan. And when you like literally realize that there's a process and a plan, you can go back and plan a little better so that way you can execute at your highest level. See, the thing about it is that we get scared to fail. And so we don't want to know where we are right now. We don't want to know where we are health wise. We don't want to know. Oh, y'all not hearing me this morning. Y'all don't want to know where we are health. And I won't even tell y'all business. We don't want to know. I didn't want to know where I was health wise. I didn't want to know where I was financially. I didn't want to know where I was spiritually. I didn't want to know where I was mentally, emotionally. Why? Because we do not want to think that we failed at anything. And because we don't want to think that we failed at anything, we're failing. I don't know who that was for. I don't even know who that was for this morning. Because we so hooked on trying not to feel like we failed at anything, we're failing greatly because we're unwilling to take on the information that's being given to us. We're unwilling to be able to accept when somebody corrects us and guides us into a different direction. We're unwilling to accept when somebody goes and criticizes us. We think that everybody's a hater. Everybody is not a hater. Everybody is not trying to not see you succeed. Everybody is not trying to not see you in a good relationship. Sometimes there is wise people speaking to you. Sometimes they are giving you wisdom, and you need to sit your butt down and take inventory of where you are. I don't know if they heard me. I don't know if y'all heard me this morning. But that's what this message is for this week, is that I need you to sit your butt down and realize where you are financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. Where are you now? I get it. There's so many people focused on where you want to go. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. There's so many people that are focused on where you want to go. There's so many people that are focused on where you want to be. Listen, everybody wants to show up on the gram, making you think that their life is perfect. That everybody's showing up on this platform and that platform, making you think that everything is good. And guess what? The reality is it's not. So where is it that you are right now so you can better plan and prepare for where you want to go? Don't rush the process. Trust the process. It's valuable. It's valuable. I need you to have this understanding. It's valuable. The reality is that we have this fear of showing up as if we're not good enough. We have a fear of people, it's that imposter syndrome, and people think that if I tell you that I've messed up, then you'll see me in a different light, and you won't want to connect with me, and you won't want to be my client, and you won't want to do this, and you won't want to do. We literally get into this headspace of, if I show up in that way. But I'm here to tell you, just this morning I messed up. Oops. Oops. That's the reality. Oops. Just this morning I did a mess up. I did a boo-boo. Oops. But that's the reality of it, is that I got to understand where I am. And so I was on the call this morning, and I just went into game mode. Listen, my head is wired. My head is wired to do my elevator pitch. My head is wired to do two things that I'm doing or that I'm working on. And then I didn't even do, like, again, I didn't even have their statement that I'm supposed to say. I botched it all up. So they stopped me and said, wait. First they said, now this is the thing. Oh, y'all better catch it. This is the first thing. They stopped me and they said, wait, are you new to the call? And I said, yeah, this is, well, I'm not new. I listened in before. This is like my first time speaking up. Y'all know the introvert in me. I'll be somewhere for 3 months and won't speak up. Don't judge my lifestyle. So I'm like, it's new. Yeah, I'm new. And so they did this whole new, welcome song for me and everything. I'm like, hey, dance party. But it was funny because sometimes we need somebody to stop us in our tracks to just welcome us into the fact that we're taking action in our lives. Can I tell you this morning? Welcome, welcome. I don't care if this is your first time seeing me, or if this is your 50th time seeing me, or if this is your 500th time seeing me. Welcome, welcome, because by pressing play, you're taking action. Welcome. I am going to celebrate you. Why? Because there may be nobody else that celebrates you working on you this day. There may be nobody else that celebrates you working on you this week. There may be no one else celebrating you and the fact that you press that button. Welcome. I congratulate you for taking a step forward. I congratulate you for being the one to share this out and saying, you know what, enough is enough. I need to see change within my community. I need to see change within my family. I need to see change within my own life. Enough is enough. Listen, I'm going to tell you and share with you my issues, my things that I went wrong with. I'm sharing it because guess what? I need it to be something that motivates you to move. So no, I'm not perfect. Sorry. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And so they stopped me and they welcomed me. And you may not go to anybody else's broadcast today and get welcomed. I welcome you. I welcome you. Wherever you're coming from, let me know where it is that you're checking this out from. I welcome you. I will come back pacifically and welcome you individually. Why? Because that's a part of the process. Some of us, some of us won't get started because we don't feel welcome in the area that we're in. Some of us won't move because we haven't been welcomed, and so we're just an observer. Some of us, we're just an observer. We're just looking from the outside in. And we won't take full on action because we're looking from the outside in. I don't know who it's for this morning. We're looking from the outside in, and we won't take full on action because we're just an observer. I'm saying welcome to you because you're no longer an observer. This morning, you're taking action. This morning, you're taking action. And so I need y'all to understand this. When I learn to not rush the process, then I can be okay with making mistakes because my mistakes are lessons learned, and lessons learned turned into cash. Lessons learned turned into wisdom. Lessons learned turned into new opportunities. Lessons learned turned into growth and maturity. Lessons learned turned into something great. And I don't care who made you think that the lessons you learned in your life were not valuable. Come on. I'm telling you that they are. Come on. We got to trust the process. We got to trust the process. Don't rush the process. So right now we have everybody that's going through, and they're reopening certain states, and people want to rush out and they want to, go. But again, where are you? Have you looked at your health, and said, where am I? Have I been dealing with any issues with my breathing? Have I been dealing with any issues with my heart? Or have I had mucus? Have I had, and literally taking inventory. Why? Because again, the first step is taking inventory of where you are. So they stopped me, they welcomed me, but then the next thing was valuable because they stopped me, they welcomed me, and then they gave me the rules of engagement. When you have a clear understanding of where you are, you have a better understanding of the rules of engagement. What can I do in this space? What can I do with where I am? Some of y'all are like, oh, I can't get an education because I don't have the money. That's a lie. Why? Because there are free classes everywhere. Listen, people are giving out free books. They're giving out free trainings. When I tell you everything that you've ever wanted to do in life, being a dancer to a singer, it doesn't matter. There are free classes going on right now. But it's knowing where you are. Is that just something that you dreamt about, or is that something that's really a passion? Knowing where you are is valuable. So, my challenge to you is to really take inventory of where you are right now. Really, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Where are you right now? So that way you can start learning to trust the process. Can I be honest with you? There's going to be a lot of people that may not show up for this training. Because trusting the process means being vulnerable. Trusting the process means being um, truthful with yourself. Just like I had to understand that I had to learn where I was. Guess what? There's others that have to learn where they are. And once you learn where you are, now you're better prepared for you to move forward. I want you better prepared for you to move forward. And the only way that you'll be better prepared is to know where you are. Be honest with yourself about where you are. So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Why? Because I want to see you grow. I want to see you move. I want to see you become hashtag unmuted. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. We want to see you go to a whole nother level. And with that being said, if you have not done so already, come join the free Facebook group. Join the conversation, bit.ly/World Voice Community. There's something valuable on the inside of you, and you will not be able to fully see what it is until you become hashtag unmuted. That being said, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have been staying safe. We have been praying for you guys, praying for your businesses, your families, your health and well-being. We look forward to sharing some more messages with you guys and some updates. So be on the lookout. And with that part, with that piece, don't forget to press it out. See ya.